Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam. Nithya Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Shadrisham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, everyone. So, welcome you all for this special Devi Parashakti Bhava Samadhi Darshan and Akashic readings. So today we are going to be having the most special Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Parashakti and her revelations during this COVID-19 pandemic, and blessings to all the disciples and devotees. So let us now understand what are we going to cover in this program. So we'll be having an introduction to this program, demonstration of the extraordinary powers of third eye, who is Devi Parashakti, what are the Akashic readings, how can we benefit by attending or experiencing an Akashic reading session, Darshan, Diksha, an Akashic reading by Devi Parashakti herself, manifesting through the Nija Avatara of the Supreme Pontiff, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, manifestation of extraordinary powers of third eye. So this is what exactly we are going to be covering in this session. So before that, let us understand what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. So what is Samadhi? Samadhi means being one with the source. So Bhava means attitude or aspect. Bhava Samadhi means being one with the source through this aspect. So the aspect, the bhava you choose, through that bhava, being one with the source is bhava samadhi. So knowing this aspect, bhava is the ultimate, and being in oneness with that is the bhava samadhi. So what is the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan? So the divine cosmic beings are real. They manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. Divine cosmic beings manifest through the Archavatara in the temples, through Bhava Samadhi Darshans in Nijavataras, incarnations. Sorry for the technical glitch. We'll be right back after a short break. Yes. So what exactly the Bhava Samadhi does? So Bhava Samadhi, it awakens your Kundalini Shakti, which is the latent potential energy in every being. And awakening of this Kundalini Shakti, it results in extraordinary abilities expressing through us, like the third eye awakening, ability to have remote vision, ability to scan anyone's body, levitation, teleportation, and materialization. So when the whole brain gets awakened, the influx of superconscious, it visibly slows down your aging process and it improves the immunity to disease. So with increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energy that heal, empower, and transform our lives. So having darshan or a glimpse of the darshan or even having a glimpse brings the lasting transformation in us, just cleansing lifetimes of karmas and raising you to the next level of superconscious breakthrough, like hitting the reset button on your being. So during the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. So mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing. That our entire body silently and without movement, it recreates what is happening distances far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. So what are these Akashic readings? So they are readings from the cosmic archives. So it is not a prediction, it is a reading from the cosmic archives. And there is no such thing as past, present, future. So beyond space, creation and destruction, they happen. So in dimension of time starts the past, present and future. But in Akashic records, there is no past, there is no present and future. That is why what you call as happened, happening, yet to happen are clearly already recorded. Yes. Now let us understand more about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda, survivor of Kailasa, a macrocosmic, ancient, enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. So Supreme Pontiff is the 1008th incarnation of Paramashiva as per Hinduism, recognized by his predecessors who are enlightened masters and adepts. So Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has made the science of manifestation, yoga and temple-based universities a lifestyle for humanity. So he is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvajya Peetham, the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam, the present 293rd Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam of Kailaso Natha Shamala Peetha Sarvajya Peetham, the present Mahamandaleshwar, the supreme spiritual head of Mahanirvani Akhada, the largest apex monastic order, and the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atal Akhada, present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharma Mukti Swargapura Madinam, and elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1000 Hindu leaders, revered as a teacher of Hinduism and most viewed, read and watched, who has authored 300 books and 10,000 articles in 3 languages, English, Tamil and Sanskrit, translated in 50 languages with over 1,000 titles. Over 20 million copies of books and articles sold, read and downloaded. Over 10,000 hours of discourses. Enriched and enriched over 1 billion lives digitally. Respected as a commentator of all the sacred scriptures like Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Shiva Sutras, the Brahma Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, Ashtavakra Gita, Jain Sutras. So, however, as a leader of Hinduism, he is awarded and internationally recognized as the reviver of 108 ancient Hindu sampradayas, including the Rudrakanyas, the Rudras, Rishis, Rishikas, Bhairavas, Bhairavis, Sannyasis. So, establisher of the largest Hindu university, Kailasa's Nithyananda Hindu University, in the world with the satellite campuses in 150 countries, establisher of 1,000 and plus Kailasa enlightened ecosystems, founder and reviver of over 100 Sarvajna Peethas, collector of the largest Hindu library with over 1 million books, 1 million Pali scriptures, over 20 million digital books. Yes, so with that, we get ready to witness the demonstration of the powers, of extraordinary powers of third eye. So we'll get back after a short break.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support, and we make sure you become wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nithyanandam everyone. So welcome back. So we'll now witness the manifestation of extraordinary Shaktis of Paramashiva. So let us first understand what are the powers of third eye, what are Shaktis, and the differences between Shaktis and Siddhis. So the Balasans, the Nithyananda yogis, the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism will now be demonstrating these powers of third eye and sharing with us all the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakened in us through the initiation. Yes, please move on to the next. So in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will be receiving the initiation into third eye awakening and various other powers with the blessings and the grace of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and we'll be manifesting these two powers, the power of third eye. So third eye is the cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation, one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with two eyes. And the second power is scanning the thought current. So these are the two powers which we'll be actually witnessing and manifesting today. So Nithyananda yogis, our Balasans, will be actually demonstrating these powers of third eye, and they will literally actually scan each one of you. So anybody who needs a body scan, you can actually post your comments. In next few minutes, you will be actually receiving the great opportunity to scan yourself with the help of the Nithyananda yogis. And now we will also be going over the scriptural references, the Shastra Pramanas, the Apta Pramana, the various references for the powers of third eye. Now let us understand what are Shaktis. So in Veda Agamas, the source scriptures, Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis. So manifesting powers are described as a system method and science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. So, Shaktis manifest from the fundamental cognition that you are divine and you need to manifest divine. And not that you are a man, you need to reach the divine. So, this is the fundamental cognition out of which the powers manifest. Yes. So, before we get ready to witness the power manifestation, so each one of you who have any doubts or any the powers of third eye. So now let us understand the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. So Shaktis, they express from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru. So Siddhis are the powers that manifest from tapas or penance for enlightenment. So Shaktis are the source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are expressed when you are on the path of enlightenment.
So let us see a few more differences between what are Shaktis and what are Siddhis. The Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in extraordinary way after the initiation from the avatar, and Shaktis are permanent. Siddhis are not permanent and they may divert you from enlightenment. So all of you might have heard the word Siddhis before. And all of you might have seen so many sadhus, munis, rishis, yogis all across India doing tapas, penance for over 12 years, for over 50 years, just keeping one hand in the air, standing in the 3% vrikshasana. You would have seen so many rishis and munis doing this kind of penance, such a hard, severe penance. And what they acquire from that penance is called siddhis. And even then, they are not permanent. Siddhis may divert you from enlightenment, but Shaktis are what we manifest from the deep feeling connection with the Guru or deep integrity, high integrity to the Guru. That is Shaktis. They are permanent and they are on the path of enlightenment. So, who's the source of all these Shaktis? Who gives us these powers? Who gives us these Shaktis? So, let us see.
So Paramashiva is a primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, and form and causality. As a fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Panchakritya or the 5 cosmic acts of Shrishti, creation, Sthiti, which is sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, that is rejuvenation, through Bhava, which is pulling out of delusion, and Anugraha, the liberating grace for all the living entities.
And Paramashiva himself has landed down in the form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, as the 108th living incarnation and representation of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, who walks among us today, initiating millions of disciples all across the globe into the science of power manifestation, enlightenment, and much, much more. Ever since the beginning of the civilization, the Sanatana Hindu Dharma has been the cradle for enlightened beings and the highly advanced sciences. It is where the science of enlightenment and powers, the Shaktis, was taught and lived as a day-to-day lifestyle. And for the first time in modern day, yogic sciences and transmitting it to millions of disciples all across the globe at a record-breaking, never accomplished before speed.
Yes. So the avatar of Paramashiva, so as we already saw, the knowledge and science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next generation through Diksha, initiation by the enlightened masters. So Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism being recognized as the incarnation at a very young age, he was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of power manifestation from the disciplines. So Vedanta, Tantra, and Sri Vidya, Yoga, Yogic powers, Mantra Sastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Advaita, Bhakti Yoga, Paramashiva Jnana, Paramashiva Vijnana.
Yes. So, how do we awaken these divine Shaktis in us? How do we start manifesting these extraordinary Shaktis? Every ultimate truth, Jnana, mapped into your consciousness, Prajna, manifests as a possibility and a power of every being, Prajnana. So, anytime we manifest these Shaktis, it is only with the power of initiation, Diksha. So, let us learn, let us now see a video which teaches us on what is Diksha and what happens when you get the initiation from the Master himself. So let us now see a short video.
Diksha is the direct transfer of spiritual energy by an enlightened being through look, word, or touch. The traditional Vedic book Navaratneshwara states, Sarvasamapi Dikshanam Muktihi Phalamakhanditam Avirodhat Bhavantyeva Prasangyastu Bhuktayah. The main benefit of all initiations is moksha, enlightenment. As a side effect, health, wealth, leadership, and well-being happen. And in Rudrayamala Tantra, Shiva says, Devi Diksha Vihinasya Na Siddhihi Na Cha Sadgatihi Tasmat Sarva Prayatnena Guruna Dikshito Bhavet. The one who is not initiated does not attain liberation nor a better future. So by all efforts, one should get initiated by Guru. What is the science of initiation? Neuroscience has proved that the process of initiation floods the brain with energy. This is the superconscious energy of Kundalini, our own highest inner potential energy. As the Kundalini flows from the thalamus to the cortex, it sets up a powerful energy loop within the brain, which awakens the latent non-mechanical parts which we have never used before. With increasing levels of coherence, the whole brain comes alive, turning into a superconductor of conscious energies that heal, empower, transform our lives, bliss and fulfillment. Initiation creates high awareness, visualization, creativity. It also slows the aging process and improves the immune system. Kundalini awakening, healing experience, levitation, teleportation, materialization. Experience the power of initiation through a range of exclusive programs conducted at the ashram. Nithyananda
Yes. So with that beautiful video on learning, which explains what is Diksha and what happens when we get the Diksha, let us move on and see how the science of power manifestation is authenticated through 4 aspects of evidences or pramanas. So, the first 2 pramanas is the Shastra Pramana and the Apta Pramana. The Shastra Pramana are the eternal unchangeable truths which are revealed in the source scriptures. The Apta Pramana are the experiences of Aptas or Vedic tested and verified this extraordinary science. Next is the Atma Pramana, or the account of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasamnidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. This millennium's avatar's personal experience of power manifestation. Last is the Pratyaksha Pramana, or the empirical evidence from observation or scientific experimentation. We know that the source of all these powers. How we get these powers is through initiation, and that Paramashiva is the source of it. But where do we get all these Shastras? Where do we get the evidences from? From the Vedagamas. Vedagamas is a living applied science. Vedas are the ultimate superior authorities for Hindus, and Vedas are the pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology, the applied science is expanded. Vedas and Vedagamas, are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate, eternal, unchangeable truths, which is the Shastra Pramanas. So, any reference which is cited from these Shastras or source scriptures, the Vedagamas, is called a Shastra Pramana. So, it is from the Vedagamas which we get all these source scriptures and the evidences and Shastra Pramanas. And Vedagamas is given the status of Shruti, means it is directly revealed by Paramashiva himself. So, without further delay, let us get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of third eye reading. So, now you will be witnessing the Balasins manifesting the power of third eye, the power of seeing through the third eye with their eyes blindfolded. So, let us now see the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural reference to manifest the powers of third eye. It comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasa tishthanmilitalochanaha kramena manaso dardhyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. The translation goes, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind, one directly sees the ultimate goal, Lakshyam. By having the vision beyond sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness, is the Apta Pramana, where Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. In the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold Krishna's Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of Krishna's cosmic form. The 11th chapter is beautifully narrated by Arjuna, who sees the cosmic form of Bhagavan Shri Krishna through the third eye. Natu mam shakyase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te me yogamaishwaram, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore I grant you divine third eye. Behold my cosmic opulence. So let us now move on to the Atma Pramana, where Swami
Inside and outside.
in his own words how he had the 360-degree vision on the rock of Pavarakundra in Tiruvannamalai. So let us see how Swamiji beautifully narrates the whole incident.
Broke. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, 10 direction, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience. I felt that the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. The setting sun, rising moon, the whole side and
Yes. Completing for the technical glitch. Sorry for the technical glitch. So let's continue. Let us now see the Pratyaksha Pramana, the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. So you can see that the study measures compare the metabolic cell activity of the brain in conscious and meditative states using the PET, the positron emission tomography. You can see beautifully when Swamiji is doing daily activities, high activity is measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when Swamiji is in the deep state of samadhi, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace.
Yes. So you can also see the Sakshi Pramana. So the rare sacred science of third eye awakening is being made available to humanity for the ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, as a living incarnation of Paramashivam. So the Supreme Pontiff embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all bounds of time, space, and matter. So he is literally gifting this pure great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences through initiation. Millions of people have been initiated by the Supreme Pontiff and they are experiencing the profound results as extraordinary powers in their everyday life.
So let us now witness the extraordinary power of third eye reading. And
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
We get you help. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your should become Ekailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Welcome back. So let us now witness the demonstration of the extraordinary powers of third eye by the Nithyananda yogis and Balasans of the Nithyananda Gurukul. Yes, Nithyananda Ma. Yes, let's begin. So I request all the viewers also to post your comments in the YouTube live chat. Yes, Ma.
yes, thank you so much, Ma. So along with me here today, I have Manitya Kaladharananda and Manitya Virajananda, who is going to be manifesting the extraordinary Shakti of blindfold reading. And I also have two eye bands along with me. And you can see in this eye band, in front is a complete opaque sheet, and behind is a thick sponge, and it is completely intact from all sides. And this is actually an ophthalmologist certified eye band, certified by one of the top 10 hospitals of India. It is actually used for people who have insomnia and who find it really hard to sleep with light. So it is completely scientifically proven and medically proven that no light can enter through this eye band, and the sponge covers all around. So even with your eyes open, you cannot see anything. So this is the eye bands which we'll be placing on Manitya Kaladharananda and Manitya Virajananda. So now I'll be blindfolding both of them. Virija, are you comfortable? Yes. Manitya Kaladharananda, are you comfortable? Yes. Actually, I request you to listen to it. Yes. Is it fine? Okay. So, as all of you can see now, Virija and Ma Kaladhara are completely blindfolded. And I request both of you to turn to your right, turn to your left, look up, look down. So as all of you can see, Ma Kaladhara's and Ma Virija's eye band is completely intact from all sides, and there is no way of it, of them being able to see through the eye band again. So all of you can start posting your comments. Any of you who feel that, okay, this is not possible, it's just fake, or anybody who feels skeptical about this, you yourself can post a comment, and Ma Virija and Ma Kaladhara will be reading it right in front of you, in front of your eyes. So I request all of you to start posting. Yes, and I can see a few people are already requesting for a body scanning. So whoever would like a body scanning, please stay tuned, as we are going to be manifesting the power of body scanning right after the power of third eye reading. So please stay tuned. So Ma Virija, you can start reading. Ma Kaladhara, you can start reading. And I request all of you to also post comments, and you can also post emojis and stickers, various random emojis which are not used normally, and Ma Kaladhara and Ma Virija will be describing it out to you. So you guys can start.
Yes, my yoga planner, could you just scroll down to the previous comment?
Yes. So all of you can start.
Yeah. So the latest comment is being posted by Karthik Rajput saying, please do a remote vision of my room. If possible, see if there are any photos on the wall, and how many lights and fans are there in the room that I'm sitting right now. Sure, yeah. Right after the power of further reading, Ma Yoga Panna will do the power of remote vision for you, and we tell all the secrets to you. Sriram Krishnamurti is posted, when will COVID-19 go away? Antriksh Anand is posted, crescent moon, two suns, a alien, a robot, and one little monster emoji. Ofo Market KFP. With gratitude mantra. Pooja Kumar is posted the orange heart.
Okay, amazing. I request all of you to continue posting different emojis. You can flood the comments with emojis, and Ma Virija and Ma Kaladhara will continuously be reading it out loud for you. So, Ma Kaladhara, you can go ahead and read the latest comment.
Yes. River Grass has posted, please help me to manifest it. And Dina PHOOLAI has posted, can I get the body scanning please? Yes, surely we will have a body scanning for manifestation happening right after the power of the day. And ASHUTOSSRIPASTAVA has posted, can I get a body scanning please, Ma? Sir, Ma, please call his name ASHUTOSH.
Yes. So, Ma Virija, you can also continue reading.
Astosh Srivatsas posted, ma'am, please call his name Astosh. Floraya, we just called it today. Vinod Raj has posted, hi, please scan my body. I'm not well since 8 months. Floraya, right after this power of Day gets over, we'll do a body scanning for you and give you a solution which will cure you from which you've been suffering for 8 months. Antriksh Anand has posted 6 claps emoji and putting great magnitude with double T's and 3 super emojis. Sanjay Vikari has posted a Om emoji, a phone, a keyboard, and a dice emoji.
Okay, amazing. That was an amazing manifestation, Ma Kaladhara and Ma Virija, and all of you have seen with your own eyes how Ma Kaladhara and Ma Virija have read all your comments with their eyes blindfolded. And it is not only that the Balasins or the Nithyananda yogis can manifest these extraordinary powers, even you can manifest this extraordinary power just with the power of Diksha, initiation. So immediately after the Bhavasamadhi Darshan, immediately after the Devi Parashakti Akashic readings, we will be having a power manifestation session where all of you can also manifest these extraordinary Shaktis. So now I'll be removing Ma Kaladhara's and Ma Virija's I-band. Yes. So you can see that the I-band is intact. Yes. Now we'll be moving to the next most awaited powers, the power of body scanning. And so let us now see the Shastra Pramana and the scriptural references for this extraordinary Shakti. We'll be joining back with you after in a few minutes.
E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are. Because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed, so this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Paramashivoham.
Yes. So let us now see the Shastra Pramana for the power of body scanning, which is from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of the whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe, simultaneously consists of the essential reality. They are absorbed in their source cause Paramashiva. Now let us see the Apta Pramana for the power of body scanning. The Atma Pramana for the power of body scanning. So the Atma Pramana goes back to the time of the life of a Siddha named Tereyar. Tereyar was a disciple of Agastya, a prominent disciple of Agastya, and one day a man suffering from a severe headache came to Agastya and requested for healing. Agastya immediately scanned his body and through the power of body scanning revealed that the man had a small tere, a type of frog, sitting in his brain, and immediately instructed his disciple Tereyar to do the open head surgery and remove the frog. And Tereyar successfully completed the surgery and the man was permanently and completely free and healed from the headache. Next is the Atma Pramana, where Swamiji beautifully manifests the power of body scanning when Swamiji had a multiple compound fracture in his right arm. Swamiji beautifully tells in his own words, paraphrasing his words, Swamiji beautifully tells that when I had a multiple compound fracture, I was forced to go for medical checkups and surgery and medical checkups related to that. And when they did the medical checkup for Swamiji, they detected heavy metal quantity in Swamiji's different organs. And Swamiji beautifully tells that it seems they had been poisoned without his knowledge. And Swamiji beautifully used the power of body scanning. And he used his third eye and found out what the problems and where the imbalances happened and where the balance had to happen. And he only used allopathy as just to verify his findings. He used allopathy and he was completely healed just because of the power of body scanning. And now you will be witnessing the Sakshi Pramana. And before that, we'll also be chanting the Shastra Pramana for the power of remote vision. Vyomakaram swamatmanam dhyaye digbhir anavritam nirashtaya chitishraktihi swarupam darshaye tada. So let us move on to the Apta Pramana, going back to the time of Mahabharata, where Vyasa initiates Sanjaya into the power of Dura Drishti, the power of remote vision, where the war was happening in the palace of Kurukshetra, and Sanjaya, who was the charioteer of the blind king Dhritarashtra, was sitting along with Dhritarashtra in the palace, and where miles and kilometers far away, the war is happening. Vedavyasa beautifully initiated Sanjaya into the power of Duradrishti, and Sanjaya narrated every single thing which was happening in the war, from even the what is going on in the minds of the warriors. He was able to narrate everything to the dot with complete detail, and was able to narrate the whole thing to the blind king Dhritarashtra. Next is the Atma Pramana. So one of Swamiji's gurus, Narayana Swami Tata, used to manifest this power in remote vision. And one day, a senior police officer came to Narayana Swami Tata complaining about a thief who they could not find for past 1 week, and he requested for a scanning. And Narayana Swami Tata simply turned to Swamiji and told Swamiji to do the scanning and even show the police officer where the thief is. Swamiji beautifully did the remote scanning, and found out where the thief was, and even was able to project the same to the police officer, who was able to catch the thief red-handed just a few days after that. And this is the beautiful Shakti of remote vision, which you will be witnessing in front of your eyes now. So you will be witnessing this extraordinary Shakti of body scanning and remote vision. So I request all of you to start posting. I can see so many people posting for a body scanning. I request all of you to also start posting for a remote vision. You can also start posting for a remote vision body scanning, and we will be joining right back with you after a short break, and you will be seeing all the Nithyananda yogis and balasans manifesting this extraordinary Shakti for all of you.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Priya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities, and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each God is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each God is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes. So, along with us, we have the Nithyananda Yogis and the Balasans of Nithyananda Gurukul. Along with us, we have Manitya Paramapriyananda and Maniti Brahmayogananda, who is going to be manifesting the power of body scanning and remote vision in front of all of you. So I can see so many people are commenting and flooding the comments for a request for the body scanning. So, okay, so let's see. Jay Shankar has requested for the body scanning. My auntie corona patient, please bless. Oh my God. Okay. So Ma Paramapriyananda, you can do a body scanning for Jay Shankar, and
I think for his auntie.
Yes, but okay.
You can send healing blessings.
Healing blessings, and Jay Shankar, I request you to get the permission from your auntie for the body scanning, as it is our integrity to always get the permission of the person before doing the body scan. So now we'll be moving on. Okay. Shush D has requested for body scanning. So Maniti Paramapriyananda, you can do a body scanning for Shush D. And okay, so Antariksh Anand has also requested for body scanning. Maniti Paramapriyananda, you can first do the body scanning with Antariksh Anand. And okay, so Karthik Rajputaya has requested for a specific remote vision of his room, and he has requested, if possible, see if there are any photos on the wall and how many lights and fans are there in the room where I am sitting now. So Karthik Rajputaya, I will be doing the remote vision for all of you, for you, and I'll be revealing what Paramashiva is showing me. So now we'll be chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, which is the direct path code, which continuously reminds us that we are Paramashiva and raises us to a higher frequency. And we'll be doing the scanning. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Yes, so Karthik Rajputaya will be revealing what Paramashiva has shown me. So we've requested if specifically to see if there are any photos on the wall. Paramashiva very clearly showed there is a picture of Ganesha on the wall, and it is not normal how we normally see Ganesha. I'm able to see it is in like Ganesha standing up, and either he's dancing or completely like lying down in like a Shayana pose. This is what Paramashiva has revealed. And there's another photo of a small Ganesha, just normally how we see him sitting with the Abhaya and Varada Mudra. And Paramashiva has also revealed there's not so big, but a normal size bulletin board with a few of your pictures and your family pictures in the room which you are sitting, or in one of your the rooms right next to you, to the right side of you. And Paramashiva has revealed that there are 2 fans in the room you are sitting now, and 3 lights, one like a big long light and 2 smaller bulbs. This is what Paramashiva has revealed. And Karthik Rajputaya, I request you to get back in the comment section and verify whether you are able to relate with what I am telling or not. Yes, Maniti Paramayogananda, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
So I did the body scanning for Antariksh Anandaya. And what Paramashiva revealed to me is that you don't have any physical problems. You only have mental problems. Like you're always worrying, or sad, or like you always feel that something is missing for you. And because of that, you get really stressed, and that is affecting what you're doing every day. That affects what you do every day, and because of that, you're not able to manifest wealth, and also you feel really demotivated and really like heavy, and you feel very down. So what Paramashiva revealed that what you should do is every day when you sleep, without a miss, you should play the Mahavakya and sleep. That should be the last thing you listen to, and that should be the thing which you listen to throughout the night. And also Paramashiva revealed that you need completion with wealth, which can happen when you watch few Venkateshwara darshans. So for the next 3 or 4 days, just keep watching at least one Venkateswara darshan every morning, and automatically the completion with wealth will happen, and you feel that you'll be able to manifest all the wealth you want.
Okay, so Antarikshanandaya, this is for you. I request you to get back in the comment section, and by the time you get back, we can actually do one more scanning. Sima Brahmayoga, you can do the scanning for Canada House, and who has specifically requested Nithyanandam how to heal meniscus knee fracture without surgery. So you can scan and you can do the body scanning for them. Ma Paramapriyananda, you can also start revealing what Paramashiva has revealed for Shush D Aya.
Nithyanandam Shush D Aya, this is a body scanning for you. Paramashiva has revealed that there is an intense pain in your chest area. So what Paramashiva showed me was, in the chest area, you are going through sort of, it's not a general pain, but it's a very acute, the pain in your chest, and it comes and goes during the day. So for this, Paramashiva has revealed that you have to eat a lot of food. Just eat good amount of food throughout the day. It is because of you eating very irregularly and in very minimal quantities, is because of this pain. This imbalance is why you're feeling this pain in your chest. So it is a very it doesn't occur to a lot of people, this kind of an acute pain in the chest. You know, you will think, what a different kind of a solution, but that is what was revealed by Paramashiva. So have this kind of good amount of food and eat it in good intervals throughout the day, and have a very balanced meal. It is because of the amount of packaged food and the amount of chemicals in your food is usually, for different people, it reacts differently. Some people have problems with their excretion. Some people have problems with their mental mood swings and things like that. For you, it is extremely acute pain in the chest region, which happens in and out of the day. You get this. So have good amount of food, good amount of nutritious food is very important for your age. And you can go ahead and actually follow what Paramashiva has revealed to you.
Yes. So Shush Aya, this is a body scanning for you. I request you to get back in the comment section. Antarikshanandaya has commented back telling, thank you, ma. I request Aya. I also request you to post and share with us whether you were able to relate. And Karthik Rajputaya has also gotten back telling, yes, it was all correct about the room, which is right to me, but it is a Radha Krishna photo in my room. Okay, thank you, Aya. And yes, okay, so Vinith Rajaya, you have requested for a body scanning, also specifically telling, I feel fatigued and tired since 8 months. So I did the scanning for you, Aya, Vinith Rajaya. Paramashiva has very clearly revealed that it is not any physical problem or anything. It is only that you are having a lot of parasites in your body, lot of parasites, lot of how to say, like things which are not necessary, means pitta, and lot of food is thus being stored in your stomach, which is not getting digested, which is not at all good for you, and which is why any body problems you're getting, whether it is indigestion, feeling tired, everything is because of this one thing. The food is not getting digested, and it's forming layers and layers and layers in your stomach. This is very clearly what Paramashiva revealed, and it is also parasites and worms. So you have to do full detoxifying, means a lot of detoxifying. Take castor oil in the morning, neem juice in the morning, haritaki in the night. And Paramashiva revealed that for a few days, you should not, you should do Rama Nirahara Samyama completely. Just be on fruits and fruit juices. Don't take any dairy products, no rice, no nothing, no solid food. Just be on fruits and fruit diet. Paramashiva revealed that if you do this, Aya, it will really heal you. And even the weakness and fatigue you've been feeling from past 8 months will also get healed. Vinith Rajaya, this is a scanning for you. Yes. And Antarikshanandaya has gotten back telling, yes, I feel very stressed and sad about low mood all the time. And I have a lot of wealth incompletion. Scanning was correct. Yes. Amazing, Ma Brahma Yoga. Antarikshanandaya, just follow whatever Brahma Yoga has revealed through her third eye, and Paramashiva will completely heal you. And I would like to explain to all of you that the moment Paramashiva's third eye lands on your body, immediately the healing starts happening. Immediately the healing starts happening. So be assured that you will completely be healed of this problem. Yes. Ma Brahma Yoga, are you ready to share?
Yes. So I did the body scanning for Canadaus. And what Canadaus or Paramashiva revealed to me is that how you can heal it is every day, like every morning, get a cloth and dip it in basma, like smear basma powder on it. Like it should be full of the vibhuti and tie it on your leg. And the whole day you should not keep your legs stiff. You should like move it as much as you can. It will just like move it in circles, like do little exercises, and this will help you if you get healed.
Yes. So Canada's, this is a scanning for you. This is a healing for this is a healing and a scanning for you. So just follow the solution which Paramashiva has revealed now. Your fracture, everything will be completely healed. Vinit Raj Ayya has also gotten back the link. Thank you so much. Yes, Ayya, just follow what Paramashiva revealed and you will be completely healed. And due to the interest of time, we would love to sit for the whole day and continue the scanning for everyone who's like flooding the comments. But due to the interest of time, we have to end this power manifestation segment. Every day at this time, we will be having the power manifestation segment and even at 2 o'clock a.m. IST. So you can join us then and you will be getting the body scanning. So we thank all of you for joining us. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, everyone. Yes. So we had a very amazing power manifestation demonstration by the Balasans. So now we'll be moving on to the next segment of what is divine feminine. So we'll begin with Devi Parashakti. Shiva Shaktya Yukto Yadi Bhavati Shakta Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo Nakalu Kushala Spanditumapi Atastwam Aradhyam Harihara Virinchadibhirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Katamakrita Punya Prabhavati. So Lord Shiva only becomes able to do creation in this world along with Shakti. Without her, even an inch he cannot move. And so how can one who does not do good deeds or one who does not sing your praise become adequate to worship you, O Goddess mine who is worshipped by the Trinity? We also have one more. It says, Bhavani Tvam Dase Mayi Vitara Drishtin Sakarunam iti stotum vanchan khadayati bhavanitvam iti yaha. Tadaivatvam tasmai disasi nija sayujya padavim. Mukunda Brahmendra Sputamakuta Nirajita Padam. So if anyone has wish in his mind to pray, you, Bhavani, my mother, please shower on me a part of your merciful look. Even before he says, you, Bhavani, give him the water falling from the crowns of Vishnu, Rudra and Brahma at your feet and grant him the eternal life in your world. So Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness. All the great things can start only with the mother. So Bhuvaneshwari is a cosmic mother. Her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and go in. Sources where the Big Bang and black holes go on. So Parashakti is the source of all of us. We all came from Parashakti. Stay in Parashakti. Go back to Parashakti. So we all are literally waves in the ocean called Parashakti. So Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are even in now, in which all of us are going to merge. It is like a wave, starts from ocean, stays in ocean, rises in ocean and falls into the ocean. So we all start from Parashakti, we stay in Parashakti, rise in Parashakti, drop in Parashakti and merge. So Parashakti is the main deity of the sacred feminine and the divine consort of Bhagavan Paramashiva. And she is the embodiment of Tyaga. So how is the divine feminine consciousness unique in Hinduism? So the unique contribution of the spiritual consciousness from the Vedic tradition is the sacred feminine worship. So even if everything from that Vedic tradition gave is lost, just if the sacred feminine tradition is there, then the whole thing can be revived because that is the... So Hinduism has at least 10,000 sampradayas, subsects. If all the sampradayas are also lost for some reason, only this sampradaya, the Devi worship remains, the whole thing can be brought back. And Bhagavan says, because the whole thing is just centered on one, the mother worship. So mother worship carries the blueprint, the hologram of the whole Vedic tradition. So the Supreme Pontiff has revealed on the 17th of September 2010 that sacred feminine worship is a hologram of the Vedic tradition. So there is no enlightened being on the planet Earth without worshipping the sacred feminine, including me. So I am basically a Shakta. I myself follow Devi worship. From the beginning, if you see my biography and all the deities I carved, the darshan I had, all are mother-based and Devi-based. So Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa very beautifully actually tells the story. He says, Shiva is Brahman, but Devi has the key to reach Brahman. So unless she opens, nobody can reach her. So very beautifully he describes a house scene. Even though the husband is the owner, the key to the house will be on the hip of the mother. So either you have to fall at the feet of the mother, or the small sons of the mother will touch the place, the hip of the mother, and they can only remove the key. So either surrender to the mother or to the people who are closer to the mother to reach her. So the beautiful example which Ramakrishna Paramahamsa has actually given us. So these divine cosmic beings are real and they manifest from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through deities and incarnations. Yes. So with that, we will go for a short break and we'll come back.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support and we make sure you become wealthy. Shiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. whole world should become e-Kailashian.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Welcome back for the next segment of Devi Parashakti Akashic Reading Program. In the next segment, we just heard about who is Devi Parashakti, how Devi Parashakti manifests through the Nija Avatara, the physical embodied form of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Devi Parashakti, Parashodasi, Parameshwari, Manonman, manifests again and again from Kailasa, the enlightened time-space zone, through the Nija Avatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to bless us all, to manifest all the auspiciousness in our life, to remove all the fears, and to ultimately, with the ultimate purpose of human life, enlightenment itself. The blessings of Devi Parashakti manifesting in each and every one of our lives. And today, we have many devotees who are going to share with us their experiences with Devi Parashakti, their experiences with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Joining us first for sharing is Kobe from California, USA. Nithyanandam, Kobe.
Nithyanandam.
Nithyanandam. Thank you so much for joining us. I know it's really early in California now, but thank you so much for joining us at this time, Kobe. If you can please introduce yourself, what do you do, and share your experience with the Supreme Pontiff.
Yes, well, my pleasure. So my name is Kobe Obi. I'm here in California. That's where I'm based. And I'm a full-time real estate investor, part-time natural health teacher. I joined the Sangha, I would say December 2017. I started to follow Swamiji's videos back in September of 2016. And it took me a year to finally make the great move to go and, see my guru. So, it's just been a very, very amazing experience. And I feel so blessed to have Swamiji be in my life and to receive so much. So much has changed since then. It's been now, 4 years now. So it feels It happened so quickly, so fast, but so much has changed, and I just feel very blessed to have this wonderful experience in this Janma.
Wow. So nice to hear this, Kobe, from you. And what was the memorable experience or how your life changed after Hinduism? Could you share that with us, please?
Yes, absolutely. So, actually, it's funny because after following these videos for a year, one of the videos that stuck out to me first was, that went viral on YouTube. And that was one of the first videos that I watched. That one is the most memorable for me. That made me take a dive and to continue to watch his videos. Then it was another one, wealth manifestation video, that really was interesting because that was an issue that I had in my life, which was wealth manifestation. I had my own preconceived notions and cognitions about wealth that even, hearing from an enlightened being such as Swamiji in Avatar, immediately that shifted because I'm like, wow, someone could be talking about wealth like this. So fast forward, my wife and I, we had a very traumatic experience in October of 2017. And, sometimes in the lowest moments or darkest moments, that's when, a true seeker, take that push. Yeah. And in that case for me, that state of powerlessness that I had, I wanted to immediately shift that powerlessness. And I knew that I had to go to India. I had to go to see Swamiji. So I did. I tried to manifest Paramashivoham. I didn't fully cause myself. However, I was able to be in the breathing space in the Adinam during that for like about 2 weeks. And one of the Adinavasis was like, you should do Shiva Diksha. Just do Shiva Diksha, do Kalpaturu. You're here, do that at least. And during the time I was also back and forth volunteering. So I was like, you know what? This is my opportunity to meet Swamiji, so and to get an initiation. Really, all I wanted was a hug, even though I needed healing as well from that experience. But I was like, let me just go out there and get a hug. So to get Diksha was another level, and I knew that was Bhagwan saying, this is at least, you came here, this is what you can receive. So I did the Kalpaturu and the Shiva Diksha the same day. And one of the questions that I asked Ma was, I asked five things. Two, which were the most important to me, which was obviously enlightenment, and then to manifest power in my life, manifest Shaktis in my life so that I can, change my reality. The other three, one, starting with the one, which is healing from what I went through. Two, better relationships with, family, friends, and just the world as a whole. And then three, which is relevant to what I'm going to get into, is financial stability. Because I never had financial stability in my life. So I didn't even think, what's crazy that I have a background in real estate because my father's a real estate investor and broker. But growing up, I never wanted to do real estate. But immediately after Diksha, a number of things happened for those devotees and disciples who received Diksha. A number of things happened. So a lot of mystical, spiritual, just intense energy happened. But minutes after that, I had this kind of like vision of like real estate would be in my future. And I'm like, self-doubt, self-denial, because my dad is a real estate investor. I just thought I was all in my head. But, and mind you, I didn't want to do real estate, but somehow it was just, I saw that in the future. And I was like, nah. But fast forward, after I came back to California, I still didn't take a deep dive into it, immediately. But a year later, I just started to, take massive action into real estate. And it just kind of came very, very randomly. But I immediately thought about the Diksha. I thought about Swamiji. And I'm like, okay, you know what? If this is meant to be for my future, let's go. I'm going to go all in. So I started my real estate company, not knowing where I, exactly, if it was going to last another year or two. But I just had trust in Bhagwan, trust in Paramashiva, and that it would, I'll manifest exactly what I asked for, which was, financial stability, and to start my own company by way of starting my own company. So it took 7 months for me to finally close on my real estate deal, a real estate deal after creating the company. And it was the most lump sum of money that I ever made
Wow.
in my life at that time, at that point, which was almost 6 figures. So
wow.
Immediately I already knew. It wasn't even without question. It was Swamiji. It was the
wow.
boom. Yeah.
Wow, that was amazing. From where you were, before you went to India and wanting a financial stability, and the first real estate deal that you made was a 6-figure deal. That is wonderful, Kobe. That's an amazing manifestation with the blessings of Swamiji.
Thank you. I mean, it's really interesting, when you put your trust into the divine and your trust into Swamiji, that your life just changes, and I can't even say miraculously. It's just, it really is, as Swamiji teaches, it's a science. It's a high science. And, for me, I always believed, once I had received that Diksha, I believed that everything that I asked for from Swamiji, that it will manifest. The one that I had the doubt from, which was my own incompletions with wealth, was was the financial stability. And that one happened to me, it happened fast, because, like, as I told you, usually to make 6 figures, it took me a year, but that one happened just through one deal. So, it's just everyone who, anyone who has wealth incompletions, ask Swamiji. Simple, just type or whatever. I know it's different now than it was then, but you can still find a way to ask the question through the Devi Darshan, ask Parashakti, go in there and type away, and you will absolutely get this, get your boon fulfilled, your wish fulfilled, the same way that I did. And just have trust and, know that it's possible.
Wow. Beautiful, Kobe. So beautifully shared. Is there anything else that you would like to share about your experience? And I know you were told about the 3 boons you asked Swamiji, and one was health. And what about the other 2?
Oh, of course. Healing was taken care of. Better relationships with family, friends. I mean, again, I just, Swamiji activating the Ananda Ganda. It's just that space of bliss constantly when people are around me. They want to tell me all of their issues and their problems, as if I'm just a walking Atmalinga,
So beautifully described, as if I'm a walking Atmalinga.
So I definitely, have better relationships with the world, and, I just constantly radiate the state, space, powers, beings, and super consciousness of Kailasa, as Swamiji has told and initiated, all of his disciples, the devotees, into that power. So I just so much gratitude for making that happen. Of course, enlightenment hasn't happened yet, but I feel just, as long as I continue to follow all of Swamiji's teachings and continue to be in that space, in the breathing space of Swamiji, eventually before I leave the body, I know, just like many of us desire, will receive that as well.
Absolutely, Kobe. And one of the things I can say from my experience of living around the Supreme Point of Hinduism is, that we start living a conflict-free life. We start manifesting what we want. All these are different dimensions of enlightenment, which start happening in your life. Completion, having a deep feeling connection with the Guru, and being able to manifest what we want in life, living our life more and more in powerfulness. Right? The amount of time that we spend in powerlessness will be drastically less, and bring back to the space of powerfulness much quicker than normal people or than other people who have not received the initiation. So all these are different flavors of enlightenment. And from my own experience, I can say, only after a few years, you look back and you see so much you have changed, so much changes have happened in your life, and the way you respond to life, your cognition, perception, everything is so different. So the way we experience, and Swamiji makes this experience enlightenment, like, he says it's ultimate but not final. So we keep manifesting different dimensions of enlightenment, and we keep growing into it. And only after, like, so living that conflict-free life and living a life where we know I can manifest what I want in my life, talking to you and just listening to you, and the space of bhakti that you are radiating with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, you are definitely living and radiating so many dimensions of living enlightenment, Jivan Mukti. I can say that for sure.
Thank you. That's wonderful words, and I appreciate that. And everything you're saying resonates absolutely with me, and it's extremely true. One thing that I will share before we depart is that, to speak to that, I did 108 days of Nirahara Samyama, which obviously is the longest time I went without food, listening to Bhagwan's words of just stop eating. If you want change in life, just stop eating. So for me, I did a fast before that, but it wasn't that long. So to do that fast of 108 days, this breathing, just the state and the space that I was in, life just became, like you said, conflict free. It was just like bliss, just living and radiating bliss, throughout the entire day. Even doing the work that I'm doing in real estate, going on meetings, I was able to go on meetings and go see houses, and without feeling like I was powerless or feeling weak. I just had this intense energy, and I know that it's because of being a disciple of Swamiji. I know that it's because of having trust in Swamiji, just being with me every step of the way, because I took that sankalpa to say, I'm going to do 108 days. I don't care. I'm doing it. He said, stop eating. So I'm stop eating. Simple like that. Once I made that sankalpa, that declaration, then, I knew I was guided and I was protected by Paramashiva, Swamiji, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan, Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And it's really that simple. So for anyone who's listening, just get out of the self-doubt, self-denial. Don't wait too long like I did. Just take a deep dive in. Just jump right in.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Kobe, for coming and sharing your beautiful and a wonderful experience in Nithyananda TV. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nithyananda.
Nithyananda. Yes. We had Kobe, who shared about how he manifested so many dimensions and manifesting so many dimensions of living enlightenment in his life. And next, we have Ma Atma Premi, who had a very interesting Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. And she is here to share her experience. She has been with us, coming back, joining us back again today to share her experience of Devi Parashakti Akashic reading. Nithyananda Ma Atma Prema.
Nithyananda Ma.
Nithyananda Ma, welcome back to Nithyananda TV. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me again. This will be the third time that I'm sharing since the Devi Parashakti Darshan on the 1st of this month, so 9 days ago.
Beautiful. And maybe to our viewers, you can give a brief of what Devi Parashakti revealed to you, what was her blessing to you, and then we can move into your share.
If I can read it, Ma, it will be easier
please
for me to. Okay. Okay. So on the 1st of June, Devi Parashakti answered my question after many, many weeks. I had never had an answer before, despite having asked the questions. So when this happened, it was a very intense, moving moment for me. And this was the answer that Devi had given. Listen well to what is being told, daughter. You are one of the beings who came down from Kailasa to be a co-captain and serve the world to protect it from the terrible corona. You forgot the purpose of coming and diverted into another life. Such beings as you, who came from Kailasa, are also the reasons for this terrible pralaya. Forgetting the divine seva you need to do and leaving the work you are meant to do, you are doing some other work. Like you and other such beings who came from Kailasa have become the reason for this great drama. For 3 days, think about what I told. I will make you realize it in your dream, waking state, and consciousness. I will show you the truth. Once you see it, I will give prayashchitta. Go and come a virtuous one. So this this answer to me was just, it was very intense, because the moment this came to me, this answer, it hit me right in the gut. I knew it was the truth. The moment it was said, I felt it. And then I sat with it, and I waited, and I allowed the words to sink in. And it has taken these number of days to realize just the kind of the weight of the responsibility and what we've come here and the purpose with which we're supposed to be here.
And when Devi Parashakti said, just I will reveal things to you and I will tell you what you need to do. The way, when I heard it, the way I see it is, really reawakening to the true purpose of your life, realigning us back to the real purpose of our life, which is what will give us fulfillment. That is what we came to this planet Earth for. And when we drift away from the purpose, she gives us a strong wake-up call and realigns us back and tells us, what, this is what you came for. And when she shared this with you, Atma Prema, what really went inside you? What was the experience that you had, and what was the realization that came from within you?
So, Ma, if I can go back to the beginning. So if I can share that my meeting with Swamiji, when I first met Swamiji, this happened in 2004. And I was in Oklahoma City at that time, and in the US. And I had graduated from college. I was looking for a job, and this was about 17 years ago. I was 21 years old, and I just saw a flyer on my aunt's table, and she invited me to attend the temple in Oklahoma City, and I went. And the moment Swamiji stepped out of the car, not knowing anything about him from the past, I just knew that I knew this person, that my being automatically recognized something, and something shifted within me, which I didn't even understand at that time and that moment. And from then on, life just took on a different color. I had purpose. There was so much peace. There was so much joy. There was an intensity. And all these words are actually pale in comparison to what that feeling was like. And it was being around Swamiji and being initiated and having the darshans. Everything was just auspiciousness unfolding. Every second it was manifesting. And just being in that breathing space was auspiciousness. It was everything that unfolded. It felt like you were living not on earth, but on a different plane of existence. So each time leaving that space in his physical presence was so unbearable. And it was very hard, because you felt like, okay, I want to be around the master. I want to be around the guru in his physical presence all the time. But at the time, a few years later, I moved back to the place I was born and grew up in, which was in Dubai, in the Middle East. And I would often go to Adi Kailash and, attend various programs and get the teachings and understandings and being in that breathing space. And every time I had to leave, it was like this separation was so hard. It was so unbearable to leave that space of Adi Kailash, but also knowing that everything that I had imbibed from the teachings, it was important for me to go out and go back and do that seva and just share with the people who were in the Sangha in Dubai at the time. And all they wanted to do was, listen to the stories and the sharing, taste that the joy and the bliss and, and enriching was just, it came with so much ease. It was just a natural process that all of us just kept doing. So at the time, I didn't even realize what was happening, but I took up the responsibility of the Sangha in the Middle East and in Dubai specifically. And at the time I was about 24 and the youngest coordinator for the mission at that time. And wow. I can't say I can't say that I knew anything about Hinduism or Sanatana Dharma. I grew up in Dubai, a Middle Eastern country. I The most we had exposure was when we would visit India to visit our family and go to temples. But beyond that, there was not much understanding. So I didn't have any depth of knowledge around Vedas or Shastras, and I couldn't chant. It was not like I could chant and everyone was impressed or anything like that. There was no prior knowledge or experience before meeting Swamiji. So all that I came back to share every time after those visits to Adi Kailash was just sweet, simple stories that was just shared from intense bhakti, that devotion, that sweet devotion that comes through you just by being, just being in that oneness with Swamiji. And every time it was like a cloud that kept me floating through everything that I encountered in life, whether it was through work, through relationships, through the Sangha, everything. It was just such a beautiful flow. And just having that simple devotion, that simple trust, and just taking that simple action, the response was so incredible. The satsang grew, the Sangha grew. And the satsangs that we were hosting in devotees' homes, every week we would have satsangs that would keep moving from different devotees' homes because everyone wanted to host it. And we could no longer, and many of the people had not even met Swamiji. And there weren't too many things happening on social media at that time, unlike today. And people would just come because that bhakti was felt. And we had to form a center legally and officially. And in that center, we would have our Nitya Yoga, we would have our satsangs, we would have our youth group meetings. And eventually, a Kalpataru happened in January of 2010. And this was just created by a handful of people who felt that deep connection to Swamiji. So why I'm saying all this, Ma, is because kind of to give a little bit of context and background to what has happened, where I've come from, and what happened in between. So during this time, this was now 6 years with Swamiji, being so closely associated, there were a lot of questions. And I was 21 when I met Swamiji. And so there were a lot of questions from family. There were doubts raised, why do you need to have a guru? You are too young. When will you get married? You're getting older. So there was all this pressure from the society and to my parents specifically. And it was hard to be able to convey to them just what having a guru and having Swamiji in our life was like. I mean, the countless blessings, the healings that had happened, it was too many to share. And all we did at that time was just continued on and just turned, deaf ears to what they were saying. Because I knew the person I had become, and the shift that had happened in me was so obvious to my family and then to my friends. And people were drawn to that and wanted to know who it was that I followed that kept me so much at peace and so centered with such unwavering faith despite any sort of ups and downs one experiences in life, whether it's through job or relationships. They could just see that it was with such ease that I was flowing through life, and I felt it. And I felt Swamiji's presence with me all the time. So what happened after all of this was that in June of 2009, a group of core devotees from Dubai, the Dubai Sangha, we all attended the Inner Awakening program. And we attended it together. It was such a beautiful 21 days. And then some of us extended our stay because we weren't ready to leave. And it was that time that Swamiji, after much of us asking and hoping and praying, Swamiji announced that there would be plans to come to Dubai and we could host the Kalpataru program for about 2 days. It was the plan for Swamiji and some of the senior Swamis to come and come to Dubai. So immediately after we returned to Dubai, work was underway. We had to organize, we had to plan, we had to make so many arrangements. We had to raise donations and manage an entire program, and we didn't know how many people would come. We were just a handful of us. I mean, it was satsangs were there, but we weren't sure how many people would actually attend. And so with all of this, we just surrendered to that moment and said, with absolute trust and devotion, we said, it'll happen. Swamiji has said it, now it just has to happen. We're just part of that process. And then people started registering, donations started coming in, and it all just unfolded so beautifully. That surrender and that whole process was just, we could see the divine play in all of that. So, receiving Swamiji, hosting the Kalpatru, having so many senior Swamis in attendance was really like literally a dream, and something we never thought could happen in a place like Dubai, and especially in the Middle East. So it was a successful program. Over 500 people attended from different parts of the Middle East, and riding on this high of the experience, some of us were planning on attending the Kumbh Mela, so which is the biggest religious gathering, and we were thinking, what better way is there to experience a spiritual gathering like this than with one's own beloved guru. So this is now all the background, and leading up to then what happened next was, I was to take a flight on the 3rd of March in 2010 and head to Bangalore and come to Adi Kailash, and with a group of people, get together and then go to Kumbh Mela with Swami. I got a call from one of the devotees in Dubai, and they said that there has been some news that's broken out, and I think you should be aware of it, because you might consider not going and taking the flight and not going to India. So I heard what he had to say. I understood that there was what was happening, but I didn't pay attention to it. I said, no, this is decided. I'm going to go. So I arrive the morning of March 3rd, and now India it's early morning, so a lot of India hasn't woken up to the news that has just come out on TV in India. And as I arrived to Adi Kailash, that feeling of excitement and building that okay, I'm back here, I'm back home, and I saw some people outside the campus, and they looked like reporters. So okay, I didn't think much of it, and I thought, okay, maybe this is related to whatever the news is. So go into the campus and find that everything is very silent. Everything is so eerily silent, actually. Just couldn't see anyone. I passed a devotee on the way who was responsible for some of the temple activities, and I asked him, he was a devotee in Dubai who moved with his wife to be at the temple and take care, and he said the temple wasn't open. So I thought that was quite strange, but I thought, okay, let me go, and maybe it's still too early, and let me go and register at the admin office and then just do all the formalities around, checking in and everything. So then we congregated, like a few of the foreigners and everyone who had arrived, got together in the food hall, and then we were hearing bits and pieces of information, and we weren't sure what was happening, but something was going on. But we were kept safe, and we were told to be in a secured location, and in time we would be given some more information. And later on, we heard that the Gurukul had been set on fire by a mob of people, and so
that was the exact same day, Atma Prema, just to let all of viewers know. That was the day when the religious persecution on its Supreme Point of Hinduism just 24 hours before had come out, and Swamiji was going through a series of assassination attempts, and it was the residents of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, being burnt. Along with Gurukul and along with so many other places, with Supreme Pontiff being locked inside their own monastery, and that was being light telecasted. And all this was happening, and the people who were there, I was there in the Adinam on that day, and none of us were allowed to, go to protect Swamiji or protect any other parts of the place. And all of us were cordoned off completely. And there was a complete police who were actually protecting the anti-Hindu elements to destroy the monastery, and they were not allowing us to go stop or do anything. And that's exactly when I think you were also there, happened to be there in the monastery at that same time. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, Ma. And at the time, we didn't know what was happening, but of course, much later on, I understood. But at this moment in time, it was very disconcerting, but it was ensured that we were all kept safe. all of our, we were kept in a place that nobody could reach us, and we felt secure. We didn't feel threatened by any way, but we knew something big was happening. So that night, two devotees from the city came and whisked us away, actually, from the campus, saying that it's getting out of control. There's a lot of people, and we need to take you back into the city and be safe. Your parents are worried, and all of that. So we were put into a car. We were asked to remove any sort of anything related to Swamiji. We were asked to remove the mala, the bracelet, everything that was part of us. We had to just kind of remove and keep aside, so that in case we were stopped along the way, that we were not harassed or bothered. So we get into the city, and all the news channels are incessantly airing a video over and over and over, and it was just, I'd never seen anything like that being done with such consistency. It was as if that was all every news channel report on. So it had the effect of visually affecting people, and I decided at my parents' insistence that I should return to Dubai and not remain in India longer. And I did that, and then I felt confused, and I didn't speak to anybody, and I neither tried to reach out to the administrators of the Adinam, Adi Kailash, nor did anyone contact me, because so much was happening at the time, and they were all trying to keep themselves protected as well. And so I kept a low profile for months, and this was right after a hugely successful Kalpataru program that had happened in January of that, just 2 months before. I mean, literally, it was January, and now we're talking about March. And people are expecting to hear information, and now this has happened. So I didn't know.
I just want to add to you, Mahatma, because I was there in the monastery at that time, and we were just trying to ensure Swamiji's life was safe. Swamiji was going through a series of assassination attempts, and over a span of about from the 2nd of March till 21st of April, just in that 1 month and 1.5 months, his car was followed everywhere. Swamiji was at least had about, I think, more than 70 assassination attempts just in a month and a half. Every place there were people who were ready to, burn him alive, ready to kill him, ready to, do all sorts of things. And it was all, and with the police protection. Means the people who came to attack, they came with police protection for them. So there is no way we could do anything. So the whole administration at that time was focused on somehow we want to just somehow ensure Swamiji's life is safe. That was what was there for us. We just wanted Swamiji to be alive for what he was doing to humanity and what he has done to humanity and what he has done to all of us. That was what was going on, and we really couldn't, expect this level of a multi-pronged attack from every side. And I remember on the 3rd of March, there was an inquiry from 11 government departments trying to, shut down the bank, trying to shut down the monastery, trying to shut down the Gurukul, trying to shut down the temple, trying to, get all of us out. I was there, and we were literally forced to leave. They said, no, everything is closing. You have to leave. All the Adinavasis, we were forced to leave. The bank accounts were getting frozen. Swamiji was being attacked everywhere, every step of the way. And that was what was going on in India at the time, just to let you know, and for all our viewers also, at that moment, there's this continuous airing of this false news, so much of hate speech, and everywhere people are, it was just completely out of hands. Even if we have had the best of the administration, it was just impossible to handle the attack that was happening from all directions on, a small group of people who are trying to manage, and that most priority at the time was we wanted Swamiji's body to be safe.
Yes, Ma. And what's too deeply about it, but what hit me on the surface was that it wasn't just in India, but everywhere. It was news channels in Dubai, in the Middle East, and everywhere. It seemed as if it was, now looking back, what a coordinated attack, that it had all happened in this particular way and in such a huge in such a way that really affected everybody. And I know like so many people, I mean, the monastery was affected. People were trying to figure it all out. And it was a very disconcerting time. And newspapers in Dubai were calling me for a statement. I was contacted by the person implanted in the Sangha, responsible for bringing this whole thing this whole thing out, was started trying to contact me and seeking some sort of support or monetary help, and insinuating that his life was in danger. And so the media contacted me in Dubai. Then this person who was implanted in the Sangha was contacting me. And then I was getting questions about whether I was involved in questions about black magic. And I would end those conversations, and I retreated further and further away from the Sangha, and even the Sangha in Dubai. I just I was confused, didn't know what was happening, and just decided I would just be quiet and silent, and somehow felt that fearful. And I thought, because I was single, I was unmarried, I may be a target for attacks next. And I couldn't afford to have my parents or my family in any way affected. So I just kept away. So for 1 year, it was like, I didn't even want to see the news, and I didn't even want to look at what was happening. I didn't follow anything that was going on, or all the attacks that were happening on Swamiji, on the Sangha, on the entire monastery, and what they were trying to do. And a year later, it was like almost like a post-traumatic stress response for me, 1 year away from my guru, who I had been so closely connected with for 6 years. And I just and the cognition that I had at the time was that I felt abandoned. I felt, I dropped everything, and I just felt like, okay, Swamiji's gone, I'm feeling abandoned. And in turn, I just thought, okay, now this is what life is, and let me just do what everyone in society expects one to do, which is continue having your job, live your comfortable lifestyle. And, I was encouraged to settle down, get married, and my life just took a 180 from there on. It went in a completely different direction. And I didn't realize that action, how much damage I was doing to myself, because I had a responsibility, not just to the Sangha in Dubai and to Swamiji, but to Sanatana Dharma, which in hindsight, I can see now. And I just thought, I allowed myself to override my judgment, and logic took over, and logic took over, and I just denied all the experiences I'd had until then, experiences that defied logic. And all the love, all the compassion, all the protection, all the immeasurable growth, the healing, everything that I'd had experienced was just compartmentalized and put aside. And I didn't revisit it for 10 years, and I didn't, at that moment now, I didn't stand for the principles. I didn't stand with conviction, that simple devotion, that simple trust. I just abandoned it and buried it, and I felt that the action at that moment in time, I didn't feel complete with it, because I did feel a responsibility towards the Middle Eastern Sangha. I had the opportunity to help the Sangha ride the wave of uncertainty till things became clearer, till the dust settled and we actually could find out what the truth was. And I didn't, so my reaction and then the lack of any action somewhat indicated my acceptance of this false narrative that was being spun around Swamiji and the Sangha. And it wasn't until March 2020, which is just last year, did I really understand or realize the magnitude of the persecution and the magnitude of the attacks on Swamiji, and how repeatedly the Sangha was under this attack and false allegations. And And inside me, when I found all of this out, and now all of 10 years, I've kept an information blackout. And I didn't know any of this. And when I heard it, it unfurled in me a need to want to protect and stand, and just this feeling of wanting to be like a warrior. And what I had not done in those 10 years, I was feeling like this is what I need to do now. So the years that I was away, it's from the Sangha and Swamiji, those 10 years, I had repeated visions of Swamiji. And in those visions, I would go and ask, why did this happen? And each time it was the same thing. And in that, Swamiji would say, come and see me. So I ignored those visions for several years. And then in 2017, right before I had my son, I had the vision of the banyan tree calling me. And then I knew that somehow I needed to return and be in the presence of the banyan tree. So then we had the opportunity. It unfolded in a way that was, again, defied logic. We happened to come to India after many, many years of being away. And one of the devotees who had been initiated into third eye powers did a body scan for me. And at that moment, the message to me that she got was, come and see me. There will be no hangover of the past. And those were the words exactly that I'd had in my visions all those years before. And the moment those words were said, I knew this was the time. And when they suggested that, oh, why don't we go to Adi Kailash? My immediate response was yes. And then immediately the rest of my family, my parents, my sister, my brother-in-law, all decided that we would go. And what stood out to me in all of this is that I had separated. Swamiji was there every step of the way. He was trying to reach me through the visions that I had, any experiences that I'd had through my life in those 10 years that were challenging. There was a strength within me that I didn't realize I had. And looking back, I know that strength was Swamiji, and despite me pulling away, that umbilical cord connection that you have with the Guru, that spiritual umbilical cord, as far as you may go, that will always remain connected. And so now I can see in all those moments in those 10 years, just how Swamiji in my life to ensure that I didn't fall. So those trying times, there was strength in all those challenges. I was guided, I was protected. And I felt like I didn't like Swamiji or anything like that. So it wasn't that. I felt like there was a responsibility I had towards the Middle Eastern Sangha. I didn't stand for that. But now is the time, the opportunity has been given back to me that I can stand for it. And when I was given my spiritual name in 2004, it was already a strong indication. Nitya Prema, which is the spiritual name initiated to me in 2004, was an indication of my purpose. And this is where, when I was living my purpose, is when I felt the most alive. And when I strayed far away from the Guru, the Sangha, and altered my path, there was so much incompletion. And I would often share with members of my family that I didn't feel like I had my purpose. And the only time I ever felt I had purpose was when I was doing work with and seva for Swamiji. And now thinking that the life that I'm living, maybe I'll find that purpose through a job, a different kind of project, or through marriage, or through having children, but still there was something inside that was just unfulfilled. And the moment we stepped back into Adi Kailash in January of 2010, those 10 years just melted away. It felt like we were coming home, and that just knowing that it was with the Guru's grace that we had that opportunity to come back. And no matter how far I went away, the Guru's hand was just always there. guiding, protecting, and ensuring that I have this second chance. And so when Devi Ma gave the message and said the reason for the pralaya is due to forgetting the purpose and diverting from the work I was meant to do, I felt it deeply. And although 10 years may have passed and the divine grace has pulled me back and it's offering me a second chance. And what's important now is taking up that responsibility and standing up and actually living the purpose and aligning with that cosmic will now. So it's not about regret. It's not about feeling guilty. It's about coming to alignment and finding that completion and moving forward in alignment with that purpose, with powerfulness. And the responsibility is large. And I never want to take that for granted, because I know what anti-elements have been working now tirelessly for 10 years, incessantly attacking Sanatana Dharma, Swamiji, the Sangha, the entire, and the question is why? Why is this constant attack for 10 years? And I never want to let somebody else determine the purpose of my life, because the purpose is clear. And already those 10 years showed me just how much I had missed and how deeply unfulfilled I felt. And this is the chance to regain that and align myself. And Devi Ma strongly revealed what my soul felt. And now to live out that purpose is the ultimate gift that has happened with the Guru's grace. So this is a long sharing, Ma, but I wanted to give context.
This is a much needed sharing, because you know what, it's not just you. There are maybe hundreds of devotees that are out there who became victim of the persecution, not just in terms of a direct attack, but victims of a persecution where the right information that was not given. The victims of the attack in the sense where, the people whose life also got impacted because of the religious persecution and attack on Swamiji. And it's important that when you realize, it took you 10 years to realize, and maybe there are so many that are still out there and who still have not realized, and who are listening to your sharing and who realize, oh God, this is exactly what I felt as well. One side you have the wealth of experiences with Swamiji, which is our own experience. We know it, our inner being knows it, our consciousness knows it. We have felt it, we know Swamiji is. And every single devotee who has seen Swamiji, who has been touched by Swamiji, has that wealth of experiences. But what happens sometimes, we may call it delusion, or we may call it whatever name we want, but that wealth of experiences, like you said, gets compartmentalized and we consumed by something else that's out there. And it takes us a while for us to spring back and realize, oh God, these were my experiences with Swamiji, and I had them. I know who Swamiji is, and I know what this is, and it wakes us up. And the sooner we wake up, the sooner we realize the purpose of our life. And that's why it's very important, Mahatma Brahma, that people like you, who were victims of the anti-Hindu attack on Swamiji, and which that led to you separating yourself from the Guru, and now you realize, oh God, that's the time I should have been there and stood a strong warrior for being warrior for Sanatana Hindu Dharma, warrior for Swamiji, warrior for Kailasa. But now that's what Devi has awakened. I can see after the Devi Parashakti's Akashic reading, how much it's clicked in you, and how much it has revealed to you that this is what has happened, and I'm so glad you're coming forward and sharing it for the benefit of others. Countless others that are out there, because the hate speech of Swamiji was spread all over media. One of the things that I wanted to ask you was, the anti-Hindu elements, they tried to, when they were wanting to falsely implicate Swamiji in the in so many cases, right? Hundreds of false cases were slapped on Swamiji. And one of the things is they approached so many the anti-Hindu elements approached so many female disciples and devotees of Swamiji and inviting them to be false witnesses, becoming false victims. And were you approached, to be a false victim, or did they try to pull you into this whole attack against Swamiji?
Yes, Ma. It was a clear indication that that was what I was being asked. Not so subtly, because they contacted me and were trying to get me to be involved in this and to support their cause. And I immediately sensed that this is not where I am. This is not at all the space in which I'm in. This is, and I slowly retreated away from the contact with these people, and I didn't want to upset or anger, but I just detached myself from, because that was not at all, there was not even a moment to think in that way, and to be even approached about such a thing was just unbelievable for me. So from all the love,
sorry, Ma, please go ahead.
So from all that was showered on us, to even consider, that was out of the realm of any possibility. So I think they understood that, and also trying to get some sort of monetary support and all of that. So it was, I can see how many would have been affected the same way that I was. And I was lucky it was only just 10 years. There may be some people who, it may be longer, and I hope not, because if you are having that call, just listen to it, because that is the call from the divine saying, come back. This is for that completion. I don't want to think about what would have happened had I not, and that I wouldn't be here talking today and sharing this. In that moment, I never thought, like a few years later, I never thought that this would be where I would be sitting today and talking and even discussing this. But I think so many people may be in that same position, and allowing these attacks and this abuse and persecution to affect their spiritual growth and progress. And that would just be the saddest thing.
Exactly. And it's a loss for us. It's a loss for each individual, because if you are losing your, the more and more we are distancing ourselves from the Guru, the more and more we are distancing ourselves from the true purpose of life, the more and more we are distancing ourselves from what we are here for. Because it is the Guru, it is Swamiji who awakens us to the true purpose of life, makes us realize and experience fulfillment. And the moment we move away from the Guru, we move away from who we are, what we came here for, and that can never give us fulfillment, right? We can go and do so many different things. You can have the best of the best businesses, the best of the families, the best of job and relationships and wealth, but that's not the best of you. So whatever you do, it does not give you that fulfillment. There is a deep lack, there is something that's missing, and that is the divine call. Like you said, there are so many visions that happen. Swamiji is there for you, and that was where we need to come back to. And I can tell you, every single devotee who was a devotee of Swamiji and was a victim of these attack of these anti-Hindu elements would also know that there has been a deep call. They just need to answer the call, answer that incoming call from Paramashiva and realign ourselves to the true purpose of life. And one of the things that you also shared, Mahatma Prema, I wanted to bring these anti-Hindu elements, like how they approached you and wanting you to become one of the, the false victims. And that's what they have done. They have approached so many, female disciples of Supreme Pontiff and wanting to somehow trying to use them to become a false victim of Swamiji, right? If somebody is, let's say, for example, somebody is really affected, I would be the one who's affected. Because I'm affected, I'll go in and maybe complain somewhere. But nobody needs to come and tell me, oh, you know what, why don't you come and falsely implicate? So the very intention of the anti-Hindu elements is very clear. And because they approached you to be a false victim yourself. So all of us should realize that the whole ecosystem, the anti-Hindu ecosystem, which was trying to attack Swamiji, trying to falsely implicate Swamiji, trying to assassinate him, trying to slap these hundreds of false cases, is a huge persecution against Sanatana Hindu Dharma. And because, like Swamiji in a very satsang sometime back, he said, I am being attacked because I am standing to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. I am standing up to protect all of you, and that's why I am being attacked. He's standing up to protect the enlightenment ecosystem. He's standing to protect and revive Sanatana Hindu Dharma, and that is why he is attacked. But sometimes delusions and the illusions that we live in, our mind does not wake up to the reality of what's happening out there, and we end up losing or moving away from the purpose of life. And even at that point, it is only the uncomparable compassion of Swamiji. Even then, even when we distance ourselves, he reaches out to us and he awakens us to the true purpose of life. So beautifully shared, Mata Prema. Is there anything else that you would like to share about your experience?
Just to share from this past year, to from 2020 to today, 2021, the exponential. And okay, let me just say this: I live a life that's very comfortable. I've lived in many different countries. I've got the opportunity to travel, live with all luxuries. There's nothing that I am wanting for in life. Yet there was this deep unfulfillment that now in this past 1 year with Swamiji has just been immense growth, spiritual growth, evolution, healing, completion, immeasurable. There are things that I could share that are unbelievable for other people to, and in this 1 year, what has happened has been, this is how life around Swamiji is. It's just exponential. It's just that super conscious breakthrough after breakthrough, and the cognitions and everything. And I'm sure many people will attest the same, obviously. And that's not something I can even imagine having missed. And the opportunity to be back and the opportunity to realign myself and get and come back to the true purpose is something I really pray for all the others who are victims of these attacks.
So beautifully shared, Mata Prema. Thank you so much for coming live and sharing your experience with everybody. And thank you so much. I don't know what else to say. It's just been it's not easy for somebody to come forward and share so openly, what they have gone through and how you have been from Guru distanced you from the purpose of your life. And now with Devi Parashakti's blessings, with Swamiji's blessings, I'm so glad that you realized you're back and you wanted to realign and become a part of Swamiji and Sangha. Thank you so much for coming forward and sharing, Mata Prema.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you to Swamiji Nithyananda.
Dear viewers, before we continue with the next segment of today's program, let's take a short break.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life we can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment time. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda. So welcome back. So we'll now be moving on to the next segment of pausing. So how do we offer our deep gratitude and devotion to Parashakti? So these are the various offerings to which we can offer a deep gratitude to Parashakti. So offering is a gift. Actually, it is giving of divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness. And it consists of two parts. One is giving, and number two is accepting. So only when the divine accepts what one offers, the offering itself becomes complete. So offering is not made out of any fear or out of greed. So when an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela, which is played only for the purpose of enlightenment. Yes. So we have the Dhyana Sloka. Induni Baveda Karavagdhina Yanam Syat Pankaja Varabhaya Japaksha Sarayuktam Angahimabhushana Vichitra Vasanam Syat Tungamakutojvala Manunmani Swarupam. Yes, so the translation says, moon-like face, holding the Veda books on hand, fire in eyes, with lotus flower, gracing and blessing hands, and one hand with Japamala, beautifully decorated with jeweled ornaments in wonderful clothes, and shining winged crown. Her name is Manunmat. We also have one more Dhyana sloka. It says, Dhyaye Devim Trinetram Sashini Bhavadanam Vedahastam Dadanam Savye Padmam Varadamabare Chabhayam Chakshamalam Divyairabharanai Vibhushitadanum Brahmadibhi Pujitam Devimeva Manonmanim Pratidinam Kamarta Datrim Shubham. So the translation says, I meditate on Devi with three eyes, glowing like moon, and hold the Veda, lotus, and gracing with blessing and gracing hands. She is wearing beautiful ornaments. She is worshipped by Brahma and other many gods, and showers auspicious boons for all actions every day. Yes. So now let us understand what is the significance of the divine. So the Atharva Veda beautifully mentions that gold is a divine element. It purifies anything it touches. It is an element of spiritual significance and great spiritual power of healing and enlightenment. The vibration of gold has the power to infuse sattva energy and positive thought currents in anyone who wears and anyone who sees or operates in its vicinity. So gold is present in all scriptures, agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, and Puranas. In all Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. So in the Hindu civilization, everything was actually built in gold, exchanged in gold, and the ritual feasts were offered in golden bricks. So when one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. So kingdoms were built with huge doors of gold. The streets would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. So horses and cows were dressed up in gold. So the Hindu civilization, it thrived on the banks of rivers of gold, and the Indus River was called Hiranmaya in Rig Veda. So the river Saraswati was called Hiranyavardhani in Atharva Veda. So gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years and it lasts forever. So with that, we'll be moving on to the first offering to Devi Parashakti. So the first offering is the E-Hundi offering, which we'll start with the Shastra Pramana. Bhakti Priya Bhakti Gamya Bhakti Bhashya Bhayapaha Shambhavi Sharadharadhya Sharvani Sharmadayini. So Devi is fond of true devotion. True devotion. She can be won over through true devotion and she removes. So if there is any fear in the minds of the devotee, Devi is sure to remove that fear, and it is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. So here it is meant that autumn of our lives, when thoughts turn more and more inwards, the role of the divine is known and understood very clearly. So the need for Devi worship becomes stronger. So you can also offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti. And by offering the Kanikai, the E-Hundi, and your name also will be chanted out during the puja to Parashakti. So you can offer any amount as a token of your devotion and gratitude in the form of E-Hundi. The next offering is the offering of Sankalpa chanting. So the Sankalpa chanting, the Devi Mahatmya explains that the goddess enchants this universe and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in materialistic sense. So offering the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution, it blesses the person offering with all the fruition of the desires and wishes he is yearning for. The next offering is the offering of the Sahasranama Swarnakasu. Sorry for the technical glitch. So the next is the Sahasranama Swarnakasu. So the beautiful verse from Lalita Sahasranama, it says, Namaparayana Prita. So it refers that she who likes the repetition of her various names. So this is the offering of 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. And it is a very special and unique archana offered with Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. So you can offer a gold coin inscribed with each of the 1008 names of Parashakti and receive her blessings to have all the Ananta Kalyana Gunas, all the divine qualities of Parashakti. So you can offer this Sahasranama Swarnakasu at $75 or $151 or $251. The next offering is the offering of Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl. So the Meenakshi Pancharatnam, it says, Mukta Hara Lasat Kirita Ruchiram Pum Shinjannu Pura Kinkini Manidaram Padma Prabhabasuram Sarvabhishta Falapradam Girisutam Vanirama Sevitam Meenakshim Pranatosmi Santatamaham Karunyavaram. So I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls, and the face shining like a full moon, who wears anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by the goddess Vani and compassion. So you can offer this Mukta Anguti, the finger ring with a pearl, and receive Devi's blessings to be showered by her compassion and pure love in all your business endeavors. So you can offer this Mukta Anguti at $251, $501 or $750. The next offering is offering of Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus. The Kamikagama verse, which explains all the kalasas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with new cloth. So they should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. So what is the significance of this golden lotus? So we have hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. So almost everything in the worship of the ultimate involves the consecration of deities of worship or meditating on or on the mudras and asanas used during worship involves the lotus flower, the lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, lotus petals. So lotus itself is a divine flower. So Shakti of Paramashiva is also called as a lotus. The base of Paramashiva Linga is a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as a lotus. So you can offer the golden lotus in any size you wish to and be blessed to have the state, the space, powers and being of Devi in your inner space amidst any or every adverse situation in your life. So you can offer this Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus, for $600. The next offering is offering of Swarna Metti, the golden touring. So the beautiful verse, it explains about Devi Parashakti. Nakadi diti sanchanna namajjana tamo guna padadvaya prabhajala prakrita saroruha. So you whose brightness from the toe nails destroy the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. So you whose brightness from your 2 feet empowers that of the lotus flower. So you can offer this beautiful Swarna Metti, the golden touring, adorning her sacred feet, to be in constant gratitude to receive her blessings in even the most difficult aspects of your life. So you can offer the Swarna Metti, the golden touring, for $750. Next offering is the offering of Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry. So the verse, it says, Sudhasarabi Varshini. She who makes the nectar flow in all our nerves from Sahasrara, that is, she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. So the Mangtika, it represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara Chakra, which is fully opened. So the Swarna Mangtika, when you offer it, you can receive her blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and space of complete completion. So you can offer it at $750. The next offering is the offering of Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So you can offer your deep gratitude and offer all your karmas at the feet of the Divine Master and Parashakti. So the sloka from the Saundarya Lahari, it very beautifully explains that the nails of Parashakti, it has been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of the celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi. So Tamo Guna is darkness. In this stotra, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of devotees. And by constantly prostrating before Devi, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. So you can offer this Pratyaksha Pada Puja and receive an auspiciousness of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. So along with the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, you can also offer the Vastra Seva for $1,008 and receive the blessings and auspiciousness of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Yes. So we have all these offerings to Parashakti being listed out and which is projected on the screen. Offering of E-Hundi, the Sankalpa chanting, the Devi Sahasranama Kasu, the Mukta Anguti, which is the pearl finger ring, the Swarna Padma Pushpam, the golden lotus flower, the Swarna Metti, the golden toe ring for the lotus feet of Devi, the Swarna Mangtika, the golden hairline jewelry, and the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and the Vastra Seva. Yes. So anyone who wants to offer the Sevas to Parashakti today can actually go ahead and sign up in the link tiny.cc/Devi-offerings. And after you make the online payment, you can actually go ahead and submit your details for your names to be chanted during the puja. And that link is tiny.cc/Sankalpa2021.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Yes. So Nithyanandam everyone. So now we'll be going to the link and helping you how to exactly make an online payment for the seva. So the link is now projected on the screen and you'll be guided to this page which is being projected now. Yes. You can go ahead and choose an option in the sevas, for example, the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So you'll be guided to the Pratyaksha Pada Puja link and you can add to the cart. You can go ahead and proceed to the checkout. So after that, you can actually fill out your details. After that, you need to go to the Sankalpa link and fill out your details and then you can click submit to have your names chanted during the. You also have go to the live YouTube live stream. So you can go to the super chat and super sticker option and click onto that and avail this opportunity to offer your devotion and gratitude to the Supreme Pontiff and Hinduism. Yes. So with that, we come to the end of this segment.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support. Literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything. If you are interested in enlightenment, we will immediately bring this to you. If you are not interested, we will explain the whole science, inspire you and make you interested in enlightenment science. We need to cater this enlightenment science to the whole world wherever they are, because enlightenment is the birthright of all human beings. Kailasa is responsible to provide that to all human beings. Kailasa is the totality of the knowledge I received from my gurus and practice manifested in my life, perfected by teaching millions of people from all cultures, time zones, backgrounds, genders, nationality, race, from every creed. So this absolutely perfected knowledge available to you, served to you in your home without even you moving out of your couch, free of cost.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
There are some great spiritual sciences unique to Hinduism. Subtle, otherworldly, but definitive sign. Manifesting the cosmic beings in Archavatara, deities in Nijavatara, living incarnations is possible. Understand? Kriya Pada of Vedas and Agamas elaborately explain the whole science of making the cosmic beings manifest in Archavatara, deities and Nijavatara, living incarnations, both. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, literally those cosmic beings manifest through this body. Just like how they manifest in Archavatara, deity, they manifest in Nijavatara, Pratyakshavatara, and give you all the boons you ask, bless you. You see, each god
is an independent intelligence to lead you to enlightenment. Each god is a bridge for you to achieve the Shivatva, the ultimate Shiva consciousness. Krishna is the bridge for you to achieve the Krishna consciousness. But Shiva consciousness, Krishna consciousness, all consciousness is one and the same. Ultimate consciousness only. So that energy itself completely expresses.
Just like Radhika, when I see my own sweetness in the mirror, I become eager to taste it. I find that the only way to relish this sweetness is through the constitution of Sri Radhika.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It cleanses the karmas of lifetimes. It awakens our biomemory to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness, and creates a deep and lasting transformation in us.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
How the anti-Hindu militant terrorist forces, they have launched a bio war on the Adi Kailasa ship and on the last lamp of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. The anti-Hindu militant forces have a long history of executing a massive persecution and genocide against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his devotees. Marginalization of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and ASMT by politically affiliated neo-Hindutva and state-owned media. On the 2nd of March of 2010, the Sun TV, the politically owned media house of the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, DMK, which was the ruling party of the state of Tamil Nadu in 2010, made a sensational and a repeated screening of a fabricated video purporting to show the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with a well-known Indian film actress, and the video was later proven to be false. The judge ordered the television station to run an apology for it every 2 hours for 7 days, and Hansraj Saxena, the COO of Sun TV, confessed on the public television as well as gave a sworn affidavit to a US court detailing the history and the modus operandi of the blackmail and extortion, and was jailed for the same. However, the state-owned and controlled television channels within a few hours ensured that the television telecast was stopped. The ASMT captured the video recording of the telecast and has this as an evidence of the same. They did not remedy the challenge. They did not remedy the damage that was done. Now, following the hate propaganda started by the DMK-affiliated Sun TV, the politically owned neo-Hindutva media amplified the misinformation and hatred, spreading it to the entire country with titles such as "Hang the Sin Swamis." This resulted in marginalization of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the Adi Shaivite minority tradition community, that they were neither able to receive fair trials from the judiciary nor sympathy or empathy of the society. Then, on the 26th of March 2010, the Karnataka State Police, the CID, unlawfully sent letters to the bank holding the bank accounts, of the public charitable trust of the Temple Monastery of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, illegally ordering them to freeze all the bank accounts of the trust. No debit transaction was allowed, making the main source of food and basic amenities for the residents of the monastery a huge struggle. There was no food to be served in the monastery. The residents were pushed to the crisis. They were forced to survive by drinking rainwater, which was collected underground, and living by sorting the good grains out of the rotten ones. When they appealed to the court to seek relief, the judge made a mocking statement in the open court. If there is no food, eat air. Several residents and the full-time volunteers fled the monastery due to starvation. Several social, welfare and spiritual services of the monastery had to be discontinued. Although the Indian law and the customary international law and treaties unanimously declare a presumption of innocence of an accused until proven guilty, this fundamental right of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, and his disciples have been repeatedly targeted and denied over 10 years because of undue influence and misinformation by the powerful state-funded media houses. On the 11th of June 2010, while hearing of a bail for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the High Court of Karnataka described this in its order, observed the undue media influence against Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as it mentioned in the point number 13. What did the court order mention? It says, however, to discuss, since the issue was subsidized by media by telecasting the incident, and a question mark is created against the public as regard to the image of Swamiji. Already, the continuous airing of hate speech, atrocity material against the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been telecasted by the media, the anti-Hindu media, and this has already put a question mark amongst the public with regards to the image of the Supreme Pontiff. Now, as for the Oxford Dictionary of the word subsidy or to subsidize means to support an industry or a business to keep the price of its product or service low. What the High Court observed was that the attacks or the allegations on the character of Supreme Pontiff were funded by media, not sustained by facts or any complainer or witness who was a part of the actual case. The media had no obligation to make true claims, was not under no declaration of any oath or any court of law, and could anytime retract from any of its claims, and had no locus standi in the court on legal grounds, but it had a very prominent influence in the negatively prejudicing the judiciary against the Supreme Pontiff and the ASMT. On the 3rd of March 2010, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Karunanidhi, made a public statement inciting hatred towards the Supreme Pontiff and the ASMT community. This was published in several newspapers and cited by several media channels. Now, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu stereotyped and vilified Swamis, the Hindu monks, labeling them as cheats, imposters, brainwashers, destroyers of life of the people, swindlers of money, despicable Swamis, hoodwinks who are disguising in the name of devotion, hoodwinkers who are disguising in the name of devotion, pushing the literate into the deep pit. This is what the Chief Minister himself has spoken about the Supreme Pontiff. The Chief Minister declared the stand of his government on Hindu monks like the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. My government cannot tolerate the despicable Swamis hoodwinking hacks. The Chief Minister described the practicing Hindus who are following the Swamis, like the followers of Supreme Pontiff, as people who are deeply buried in ignorance, who still cannot understand these, or even if understood, do not want to change. He addresses the devotees as fickle-minded people who have fallen prey to the Swamis and destroying the society. The Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu further explains his stand on the practicing Hindus who followed the Gurus like the Supreme Pontiff, saying, this government won't be a mute spectator of those fickle-minded people who have fallen prey to the Swamis and are destroying the society. The Chief Minister pleaded to the citizens, those who really want these preachers to be eradicated should stand by and support the actions of my government. In a similar interview, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Karunanidhi, gave an interview in Trichy on the 3rd of March 2010, where in the context of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he said, of late, immorality has been rampant in temples and monasteries. On the 12th of April 2010, the present organization of Karunanidhi, which is the Dravida Kazhagam, hosted a press meeting wherein the leader of the anti-Hindu atheist terrorist K. Veeramani said, the central and state governments should clearly take criminal action against them. The crores of properties they have earned through crooked means should be taken over by the government. The fabricated video of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism became a political justification for the state government to implement and execute anti-Hindu laws and destroyed all Hindu temples in Tamil Nadu over the next decade. Earlier, on the 5th of March 2010, Veeramani had given an interview wherein he said, the context of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and other Hindu gurus, if you probe them, they will ultimately end their life in jail, almost national criminals. So much of hate speech against the Supreme Pontiff. Now, following the statement of the Chief Minister, the very next day, on the 4th of March 2010, the state police filed a fabricated accusations on Supreme Pontiff, charging him under Section 376 rape without mentioning anybody as a victim of the rape. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued to be hounded by the police of 3 states, the neo-Hindutva media and the state intelligence for months. Within days, more than 50 ASMT temples and monasteries in different cities were attacked simultaneously and rapidly. Some set on fire and shut down by the atheist militants aiding the state police. The unabated decade-old genocide on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism comprised of over 70 assassination attempts, over 250 sexual assaults on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and ASMT monks and disciples, lawfare of 120 false cases over 10 years, manic media over 14,000 hours, media of over 25,000 articles in 5 years, destruction of heritage properties worth over 27 billion, and the continuing ethnocide and genocide of over 80 million Hindus worldwide of over 7 countries. And now let us see what happens now, 11 years later, on the 2nd of March 2021. The anti-Hindu militant terrorist forces launch a bio-war, the seeds of terrorism on the Adi Kailasha ship, the last lamp of Hinduism. Now, the anti-Hindu militant forces have deployed bio-war agents on Adi Kailasha ship, the last hope for India to survive the COVID-19. The history of bio-war targeting His Divine Holiness and his community. Now, on the 7th of June 2012, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism held a press meet in a large hall in Bengaluru Monastery to reveal a clinching evidence about the falsity of the fabricated charges of rape foisted against Supreme Pontiff. Now, during the press meet, the Swarna television barged in with the chief editor Ajit Hanamakkanawar and armed militants. In an attempt to assassinate His Divine Holiness, Ajit Hanamakkanawar forced an anthrax litter bomb on the Supreme Pontiff. Now, seeing the danger, the assistants of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism took him through a different door and exited the hall as they were able to save him. Finally, the disciples seized the package, handed it over to one of the secretaries of the Supreme Pontiff. The secretary went to his office with the package. Though the disciples managed to protect his divine holiness, his assistant became a victim of the collateral damage of this biowar. Soon, no sooner did the secretary open the cover, the letter bomb exploded on him. A white dust containing spores of unknown variants of Bacillus anthracis, which is anthrax pathogens, spread all over him. At that time, not able to understand what it was and feeling dizzy, the secretary drank some water and fainted, while Ajit and his henchmen quietly left the campus. The secretary survived, but had a severe negative impact on his health for almost a decade and still continues to impact his health adversely. Now, what are the seeds of the terror? A bioweapon. Now, there is a recent international phenomena where anonymous seed packages are being sent to various people around the world, especially in the US, UK, and three other countries. And on the 31st of July 2020, the Animal and the Plant Health Inspection Service of the US Department of Agriculture, in a statement, had said that the main concern is that these seeds can introduce damaging pest diseases that harm US agriculture. India is also on the target list. On the 31st of July 2020, senior Indian government officials said China had an advanced scientific capabilities to do such an attack on India's soil too. The conspiracy was revealed in detail here prior. Now let us look at why is Adi Kailash targeted after a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
We get you health. We get you ability to build beautiful relationships in your life. We get you direct spiritual support and we make sure you become wealthy. King of Paramashiva. Whole world should become e-Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
E-Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. E-Kailasa is enlightenment enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity. Withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness, we can support you, aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with